Alright, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and in today's video we are going to be doing the top 5 EZA TUR list, of course with Super EZAs included, and with the release of the Super EZA Kid Buu, got a little update to this list. He does make it. He does indeed make the top 5. He's, well, we'll go over him when we place him on the list. He's really good. But anyway, before we get into it, I just want to clarify, it's all my opinion, so if you disagree with me, you know, you're wrong. My opinion is fact. I'm always right. So, with all that said, let's get right into it. At number 5, we've got Super EZA Gotenks. Now, it's really close between this guy and then the EZA Int Gotenks. I'd say you could really put it like this if you want to, but I don't know. I don't think the Int Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks makes the list. I think he's just barely at number 6. But yeah, Super EZA Gotenks, really good, man. I mean, if you get like the best turn with this guy, you're getting 50% damage reduction. He's got good stats. There's also dodge built into his kit, support for both extreme and super class. So you really can't go wrong with this guy. Like the stats he's getting on super as well is pretty crazy. So just overall a great unit. He does build up, so I'll say maybe before the build up he might look a little unimpressive just in terms of his raw stats because it is 150% to attack and defense, but you only need to do 3 attacks. 3 attacks and then bam, he's fully built up, he's good. So between everything, you know, mainly the support, the damage reduction, and the high stats, and the build up, and then also there's dodge in there. Right here you can see high chance to dodge. I mean, he's kind of got it all, right? I would say the only thing he doesn't have is like additionals and crits, I guess, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, he's going to be doing insane damage, and between the dodge and the damage reduction, his defense is going to be very good as well. Of course, his super attack effects kind of suck, but all these super EZAs have really bad super attack effects, so is what it is. I think his passive definitely does make up for it, though. That's why number 5, I think, is a pretty good spot for him. And then at number 4, got STR Kefla. So STR Kefla, JP, I don't think you guys have her yet. Yeah, you don't. Damn. It's been a minute, too. We've had her on Global for a couple months now. Y'all are going to get her eventually. Now you guys know what it's like. It sucks. It sucks. But I guess we get discounts, so it's pretty fair anyway. But regardless, STR Kefla, really good unit. It makes it at number 4 on this list. Stacking attack, getting defense on super, so really good super attack effect here. She has dodge, but it's not really that great for the first couple turns. You can see here she gets a high chance to dodge with 3 key spheres obtained. Obviously, a high chance to dodge is nice, but you have to get 3 key spheres, and if you just get unlucky, you could be missing out on that. And without the dodge, her defense isn't really going to be that good right here. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, she could do multiple supers, and she is getting defense on super, but, you know, for this first turn, there definitely are opportunities for you to get crushed. Now, when we go into Super Saiyan, it starts to look a little bit better. So you only need 2 key spheres to get the high chance to dodge. I mean, yeah, you're definitely going to get that. 2 key spheres is, you always get 2 key spheres, right? And then a little bit more to stats, a little bit more key start of turn, 100% defense on super. So in slot 2 and 3, not only as long as you get 2 key spheres do you have a high chance to dodge, but you're getting a 30% defense on super attack effect, which, by the way, she's got built-in additionals, so you can get multiple of these. And you're getting 100% to stats on super just from her passive. So, I mean, you know, the defense is going to start to ramp up pretty quickly. And then between her stacking attack and having a bunch of additionals built in, her damage is going to start to ramp up pretty quickly as well. And then when you go into Super Saiyan 2, I mean, you know, it's basically over. I think she can get up to a 70% chance to dodge. She just has a high chance to dodge just for free. So there's no, you know, restrictions or anything behind that. No key spheres, anything. And then, like I said, she can get up to a 70% chance if you get 6 key spheres. So there are some restrictions for the 70% chance to dodge. But a high chance to dodge just right off the bat. Very reliable, very good. Also, she is orb changing on her active skill. So you got that going on for her. More stats on super, just more everything, right? They made everything easier to get as you transform. So that's kind of the point I'm making, is at first her restrictions are a little tight. She doesn't really have a whole lot. It's not really worth it. So, you know, the opportunity for her to get crushed turn 1, turn 2 is definitely there. But when you hit Super Saiyan 2, I mean, between her stacking and, you know, everything I said, yeah, she really good. Number 4, I think, is a good spot for her. And then now at number 3, this is going to be a little controversial, just a little bit. We got Tech Exchange Buu. So Tech Exchange Buu, really good unit. I mean, he's had his EZA for like, what, 2 weeks now? A week and a half? Whatever. We've had time to use him. he's insane. I used him in my latest showcase for the Super Easy 8 Kid Boo. Yeah, I mean, he's good, man. He's really good. Especially once you go to Super Boo. It's kind of a STR Kefla case. For the first turn or two, he's not bad. I mean, well, this guy actually is going to be a little bit better than Kefla because he has damage reduction, not dodge. So with Kefla, if you don't get the dodge, you know, you're kind of a sitting duck. But with this Boo, I mean, you've got up to 70% damage reduction. So defensively, I'm pretty sure this guy's going to have much higher potential than someone like Kefla. That's why, obviously, he's above Kefla on the list. But yeah, this guy's absolutely insane. Run him on a Majin Power team, or at the very least with another Majin Power unit, and he's just going to be crushing everything in terms of his defense, in terms of his damage, and then, you know, as you go up in the transformations too, it gets good, man. So Evil Boo, he's got a high chance to dodge, and he's got that 70% damage reduction as long as there's a Majin Power category ally. But even if you don't have that, you still have 40% damage reduction just for free. So I don't really think it's a crazy, like, hard restriction or anything, because not only is it pretty easy to get, you just need to throw another Boo next to him, which most of the time you're going to be doing, because, I mean, who else is going to link well with him other than other Boos, right? So you're going to run another Boo with him, and then even if you don't, you still have 40% damage reduction. That's more than half of the full 70% that he can get. So, you know, definitely a pretty good restriction there. I think they balance that out pretty well. And then, you know, good stats, good super attack effects, raising defense for multiple turns, gets some attack on super as well. And then when you go into Super Boo, it's over. That's it. It's over. I mean, you know, crits, insane attack stats. I think he can get, yeah, he has 50% damage reduction just for free, so that goes up a little. And then there's still the restriction for Majin Power category ally for the extra 20%, whatever. That's just a nice little 70% damage reduction. But that's on top of the crazy stats he has, because you got to keep in mind this is an easy ATUR, so his stats are crazy, right? And then still raising defense for multiple turns. He can get additionals as well. I would say Rainbow Key Spheres is the biggest issue with this guy, just because if you're lacking them, you know, you're missing out on some damage here and then some more damage there. But actually, you know what? I kind of like that. I like that they made it to where he just gets more damage with Rainbow Key Spheres, because obviously damage is nice. You know, you need to do damage to defeat the event, but defense, especially right now, it's just more important. Like, you can have a good unit defensively, but really bad offensively, and they could be great, right? They could be amazing. You could throw them in any event and they're going to be fine. But if they're really good offensively and not really good defensively, it doesn't really work that well, at least in the current meta. That's why you don't really see too many glass cannons going around in the current meta. They exist. I mean, what, Easy A Blue Kaioken Goku, a lot of the Kaioken Gokus actually are kind of glass cannons, but you don't really use them that much, just because you need good units defensively. So the fact that the restrictions in his kit, I guess, Rainbow Key Spheres, is just for attack, definitely is good, because you could still throw this guy in any event, really, and even if you're missing Rainbow Key Spheres, defensively, he's basically going to be just as crazy. So, I know he's got the Majin Power category restriction for a little bit of damage reduction, which does have to do with defense, but like we clarified, it's not really that difficult to get. Just throw another Boo unit next to him, which most of the time you're doing anyway. So, yeah, Easy A Tech Exchange Boo, really good. I would say probably one of the best Extreme Class Easy A's in the game. And then at number 2, ooh, what am I going to do? Tech Ultimate Gohan? No. Should I do Boo? No. Yeah, it's going to be Boo. Obviously, Tech Ultimate Gohan's at number 1. We're not even going to talk about him in this video. We're just going to put him at number 1. Most of you should understand. But Boo! Boo is insane, man. We did a showcase on him the other day, like I said. If you still haven't seen any gameplay of him, go look at it. Go look at my showcase, the Truth Showcase, whoever. Really, really good unit. Between the support, the 60% damage reduction, and I think after he supers, this guy's getting close to like 1 million defense. So, yeah, pretty good. Again, like I said earlier with these super easy A's, sure, super attack effect does suck. Sure, leader skill does suck, but that's just kind of a given. We're going to have to get used to that with these super easy A units, but they more than make up for it, man. We're talking 20% chance to crit, 20% damage reduction just for free, and then, I mean, you know, you're building up to an additional 40%, so that's 60% damage reduction and a 60% chance to crit in total. I'll say this. The one complaint is that there's no built-in additionals, and also for the first turn or two, before you build up the 60% damage reduction, you know, defensively in slot 1, he might not be amazing, because I think his defensive stat, if I remember correctly, we had him under 200% leader skill, and I think we had him with big bad bosses. And the one I was using was Link level 10, rainbowed, whole 9 yards. I don't think we had any support, but we were around 300k defense start of turn. Very low with 20% damage reduction, but now if we're talking 60% damage reduction, and we're talking, where is it? Yeah, 250% the stats on super, you can see what I'm getting at here, because then that 300k very quickly becomes close to 1 million with still this 60% damage reduction. So as long as you prioritize him in slot 2 and 3, there's really not going to be any issues with this guy. And even in slot 1 for some events where he has type advantage, or if the event just isn't hitting as hard, you could throw him in slot 1. So as long as you just put like a little bit of thought into where he is, he's going to be absolutely fine and he's going to crush everything. But like I said, you know, the lack of additionals is a little underwhelming just because he's really only doing like 1 super. And if you get multiple supers, that's just from your hidden potential system. But I would actually say go full dodge with this guy. But he's physical, so he's got the base 5 additional. So I guess technically you can always get an additional super with him. But most of the time, the bulk of his damage is going to be from his 20 million attack stats with the crit, which again, 60% chance the crit built in. And then I'm not even going to talk about his support. It's just absolutely insane. You're supporting both super and extreme class units. That's one of the main reasons why this Gotenks right here is really good, because he's supporting basically everyone. So yeah, just really good unit with Kid Buu. You don't get much better in terms of a super easy A than this. I mean, he's good, man. He's good. So I think this is the list. You know, you want to change it a little, whatever. I think Tech Ultimate Gohan, he is number 1. I mean, if you really want to put Tech Exchange Buu above Kid Buu, yeah, sure, I guess you could do that. I'm pretty confident on this, though. I think this is a good placement. And then, yeah, Kefla. I honestly haven't used Kefla a whole lot. I just read her kit and used her a few times for this video and my last Easy ATUR video. But, you know, she seems pretty good. She does seem a little bit better than Gotenks. Obviously, for the first couple turns, I'd probably give it to Gotenks, but I'd say once you go into Super Saiyan 2, yeah, she's pretty busted. And then Gotenks, yeah, I mean, I'm saying he is a little bit better than this guy right here. Just because he builds up really quick. After your 3 supers, bam, you're at this guy's peak potential. And with additionals and all that, you could build up very quickly. So anyway, that has been the video. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me at all and why you disagree. It's totally fine if you do. I get it. I know this placement is a little controversial, but I'm pretty confident on this. I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty good list here. So anyway, that has been the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you all in the next one.